There is a brown glass bottle sitting on the windowsill above my kitchen sink. It is half full of rubbing alcohol and one plant oil you can buy online for about $9. I missed it on my dog's legs before we walked the ridge, and in 3 springs of doing it, I have pulled exactly 0 ticks off of her. It will not poison my dog, it will not give her tremors, it will not wreck her liver the way the raw, natural recipes online will. It only does one thing. It tells the tick, before it ever climbs aboard, that this animal is not worth the trouble. My name is Silas Pruitt. I was born and raised in these Appalachian hollows, where the deer ticks, the Lone Star ticks, and now that invasive Asian longhorn tick all come up out of the leaf litter every spring like the ground itself is breathing them out. My people have lived with ticks here for 200 years. Long before anyone could drive to a store and buy a chemical. And I am going to tell you something the pet stores and the lawn companies in your town have been quietly hoping you never figure out. Stay with me. By the end of this, you will know how to protect your dog and clear the ticks out of your own yard this very weekend, for less than the cost of one of those monthly chew tablets, and without putting a single thing on your animal that could hurt it. That is the promise. Do not click away, because the part that matters most is the part nobody tells you. Here it is. Ticks do not fall out of trees. They do not drop on you from the oak branches the way everybody's grandfather swore they did. A tick cannot jump and it cannot fly. Every single tick that ever grabbed your dog was sitting on the tip of a blade of grass or a low weed, front legs stretched out, waiting. They call it questing. It climbs a stem, holds on, and waits for something warm to brush past. And once you understand that, everything changes, because it means the fight is not on your dog at all. The fight is in the grass. My grandfather understood this in his bones. Every Saturday morning, before the dew burned off, he would walk the edge where our mowed yard met the woods. He never called it pest control. He called it keeping the line. He knew what the research has now proven. Roughly 82% of the ticks on any property sit within 9 feet of where the lawn meets the brush, the stone wall, or the leaf pile. They live on the edge. They cannot come out into the hot, dry, open grass and survive. A tick is mostly water, and the sun is its enemy. The English, the city folks, they want to kill the tick after it is already on the dog, already biting, already full of blood. We kill the conditions before the tick ever gets a host. That is the difference, and it is everything. So let me give you the system, not a tip, a system the way my family actually does it. Step 1 is the edge. This weekend, take your mower down under 3 inches and cut tight, especially along the woods. Then rake out the leaf litter and dead brush along that line. That damp, shaded leaf layer is the tick nursery, and it is also where the white-footed mouse nests, the animal that carries Lyme to the ticks in the first place. Clear the leaves, and you evict both at once. Step 2 is the barrier, and this is the old mountain trick that works better than any spray. Lay down a strip of dry wood chips or gravel, about 3 feet wide between your grass and the woods. Ticks will not crawl across it. That dry, sunny strip is a desert to them. It dehydrates them. My grandfather used creek gravel because it was free. You can use bark mulch from any hardware store. Keep your dog's run, the kids' swing set, and your porch chairs on the house side of that line. Step 3 is the planting. Along that edge, my grandmother grew lavender, rosemary, and marigold, and tucked garlic chives between. Ticks hate the oils in those plants and turn back from a thick border of them. They smell good to us and read like a wall to a tick. It is the prettiest fence you will ever build. Now, about your dog. This is where I have to slow down and be honest with you, because this is where good people hurt their animals by accident trying to do the right thing. You have seen the homemade recipes, pennyroyal, tea tree oil, eucalyptus, pure essential oils rubbed right into the fur, sold to you as natural and therefore safe. Listen to me. Natural does not mean safe. Pennyroyal oil contains a compound called pulegon, and when a dog absorbs it through the skin or licks it off while grooming, the liver turns it into a poison that destroys liver cells. Vomiting, jaundice, seizures, and death, sometimes within hours. That is not folklore. That is documented veterinary toxicology. And if you have a cat, you must hear this part. Cats are missing a liver enzyme the rest of us use to break these oils down. Tea tree, eucalyptus, pennyroyal, pine, citrus, even cedar in strong form. A cat cannot process them. They build up and cause tremors, collapse, and death. So here is the hard rule my family follows, and I want you to write it down. Essential oils applied to the animal are for dogs only, heavily diluted, and never for cats. For a cat, you treat the yard and call your vet for a cat-safe product. Do not put oils on a cat. Now here is the one that actually works on a dog, the one in my brown bottle. Rose geranium oil. The folks who study the Appalachian trails will quietly tell you it is the best natural tick deterrent they have found. You take rose geranium essential oil and dilute it 1 part oil to 10 parts rubbing alcohol in a glass bottle, or mix a few drops into water with a splash of apple cider vinegar. A light mist on your dog's legs, belly, and shoulders before a walk, every 3 or 4 days. Keep it off the face, away from the eyes and nose. That recipe has kept the ticks off my dog for 3 years. Now you might be wondering, does any of this natural business actually hold up, or is it just mountain superstition? Fair question. So let me give you the science because it cuts both ways, and I will not lie to you. There is a refined botanical called oil of lemon eucalyptus, the real registered kind, not the raw oil. The active piece is called PMD, and it is the only plant-based repellent the CDC actually recommends. In proper testing against the Lone Star tick, it held its own against DEET for 6 full hours, and even beat it at the 6-hour mark. Clove oil, in studies against that invasive longhorn tick, killed up to 97% of the young ticks. So yes, the right botanicals are real medicine. But here is the honest part, the part the supplement sellers leave out. Your raw, homemade essential oil spray, the geranium and peppermint kind, repels ticks beautifully for about 90 minutes and then it quits. The studies show natural sprays dropping to near 0 after 2.5 hours, while the synthetic stuff holds above 97% all day. So a natural spray is a real tool, but a short-handled one. You reapply it, you lean on the yard work, and you never pretend one mist protects you for a whole day hike. Anybody who tells you different is selling something. So why doesn't your vet or your lawn company lead with any of this? Walking the edge and laying gravel does not earn anybody a monthly subscription. A $9 bottle of geranium oil does not refill itself for a fee. The free stuff, the stuff your great-grandparents knew, does not show up in a profit column. That is the only reason it went quiet. And while we are being honest, let me correct one myth, because correcting it is how you know I am not just blowing smoke. You will hear you should pour oil or alcohol on an attached tick to make it back out, or burn it with a hot match the old Southern way. Do not. Both make the tick vomit its stomach contents, and that is exactly how the disease gets pushed into the wound. The right way is fine-tipped tweezers, gripped close to the skin, pulled straight up, slow and steady. No twisting. Then drop the tick in a sealed cup of alcohol and wash the bite. There are a few more things in the family toolkit, quick ones. After every walk, run a sticky lint roller over your dog and your own pants on the porch before you go inside. It lifts the loose ones right off. Then toss your outdoor clothes straight into a hot dryer for 10 minutes. Ticks survive the wash, but dry heat kills them fast. And if you keep chickens or guinea fowl, turn them loose. A flock of guineas will patrol your yard and eat ticks all day for free. the same way my grandfathers did. And that right there is the whole spirit of how my people lived, doing more with the land and almost nothing in your wallet. That free, hand-me-down way of solving things is exactly why I finally sat down and wrote it all into one place. It is called the Appalachian Home Survival Manual. 90 mountain methods my people use to live on almost nothing. And the tick tricks in this video are only the start. Scan the code on your screen right now or tap the link in the description and it is yours. Now let me zoom out, because this is bigger than an itch. The black-legged tick carries Lyme disease, and the CDC now estimates around 476,000 Americans are diagnosed and treated for Lyme every single year. There is Rocky Mountain spotted fever. There is the Lone Star tick, whose bite can leave you suddenly allergic to red meat for the rest of your life. This is real, and most of it starts right at the edge of your own yard, 9 feet from where your dog likes to lie down. So this weekend, here is what I want you to do. Mow tight and rake the edge. Lay your 3-foot gravel or wood chip line. Mix your geranium bottle for the dog and keep the oils away from the cat. Keep a lint roller by the door and run the dryer hot after every walk. Do those 5 things and you have done more than any monthly tablet ever could, because you changed the land instead of dosing the animal. Tell me in the comments below where you live and what your tick season is like, because it is different in every hollow and every state, and I read every one. I am putting this out for the folks who never had a grandfather to walk the line with them. You have one now, for good. And next time, I am going to show you the one thing that has been sitting in my barn for 40 years, a single bucket, some cardboard tubes and a handful of cotton that quietly wipes out the ticks on every mouse for 100 yards in any direction. You would never guess it. It is the oldest trick we have, and I will see you then.